In Washington State with Coach Smith. We got DJ Rodman, Justin Powell here with us. So, Coach, go ahead and give an opening statement.
I thought that was a really good college basketball game this time of year. We obviously came out and really took it to us and got us down big, but proud of our guys for being so resilient. And lesson learned for us a little bit. Last year in this game, we didn't compete as hard. UCLA kind of wire to wire, and pretty much we weren't as competitive, so we're proud of that. And we had opportunities late, and Oregon made some plays. Dante made a big shot block. They made some free throws. Bartholomew hit 2 humongous threes. Sometimes you got to hat tip that, and but proud of the way our guys played, and hopefully our season goes on.
Okay, we'll open up to questions. We'll start in the back.
Yeah, Coach, a little more specifically, Cameron Derby, KZI9 Eugene. More specifically about Keyshawn. I think you said 17 points tonight off the bench, and after you guys kind of neutralized Dante is when he seemed to come to life. Can you just talk a little more specifically about what problems he caused for you guys?
He's a shot maker. He's a guy that can create his own shot, and I think we're up 4. We're in man-to-man, and he kind of, I think it was on you, Justin, right? Like, just kind of hit, and Justin had a good hand up there, and he misses that. We get the rebound. We're up 2 possessions with the ball would have been big, but threes are big. He hits that, cuts it to 1, and then we got a stop in the zone, went up 3, I believe, and then we got 1 stop. We stayed in zone, another possession. He came off the ball screen, and those are tough shots. They're probably, he can make them, but even him, probably 30% off the dribble threes are tough, and he banged it, and he's got some, like last 2 games we played against him. We didn't play him the first time. He was really special in both games, so that's what this time of year it comes down to a little bit.
Third row on the right.
For the players, could you guys just kind of talk through your resilience and what was kind of the message and coming back from that and not showing any quit after that moment?
I mean, we just fought. Especially our second group came in and battled well, especially Carlos. Props to him. He came in and lifted us off the bench a little bit. But, I started slow for sure, and I took that on myself. But, guys like Carlos kind of helped us get back into that. And it went from like 18 down to like 5 at one point. So, credit to the bench. They helped us out right there.
Third row in the middle.
Coach, a lot of PT for Carlos Rosario tonight. Was that a on-the-fly decision, or did you mix up the game plan and have him play more minutes off the bench tonight?
It was on the fly, and it's tough being on a team, and he's got an incredible attitude. Anyone that knows him, he'll walk to the scout team, he'll play scout team, he'll play start, in the groups, and I know what he's capable of, and it's just hard to play a lot of guys, and he's like our 9th man. And he was the right decision today. He got in there. He's got good length. He can defend those guys. He's easy to play with. He's got good confidence, good moxie. And, it's one of those things. He went in there and the score went the right way, and we just stayed with him. And maybe should have gone to him a little bit. He had 4 fouls and could have used a little more Rosario. But really proud of him. Testament to these guys, too, that they've stayed together.
Back right.
Travis Green from Crum 2 News in Spokane. Coach and players, a question for both of you guys. What really happened there with that 10-point run to end the first half, and then it kind of ran into the second half? What really changed for you guys?
Hello.
Hitting shots. We finally hit shots that we should have hit earlier. I mean, going down 18 is kind of hard to come back, but we did it. So, making shots was the main thing, and also defending as well, making them miss. And you have to go on runs and play defense. Obviously, when you go on runs, you have to play defense and make them miss, and we did. So.
Yeah, I think Carlos was the one that kind of started that a little bit. He had it might have been 19 to 16 or something or whatever, but it just felt like that kind of got us going a little bit. And we got some good looks early, and I know Andre had like his first 3 or 4 threes were pretty good looks, and you got to make them, and they were getting layups. We made some guys took it upon themselves to keep those guys in front in the second half and did a better job keeping them out of the paint and guarding them from the 2.
Coach, N'Faly Dante was such a such an effective player there at the very beginning of the game. That first 10 minutes, he's suddenly approaching double-double territory right before halftime there. And then it seemed like you guys neutralized him. Can you kind of just talk about what specifically you guys changed up to try and at least stop the bleeding a little bit?
No, you know what? I just think they came out with a lot of juice, a lot of momentum, and their game plan, both sides of the ball, they were executing well. And he's a load. I mean, he's just a good player, and we got a little better in our help there, and Mo did a good job keeping it out of the post, and there was a momentum shift, and I think we just kept punching. I was proud of them. It would have been easy for them to go away and say, hey, we had a nice little tournament and go, but we didn't. And like I said, they made some plays late to get the win.
Third row on the right.
For Coach and also Justin, what was Mo dealing with there, and then also Justin, what were you dealing with, and how proud of them were you at the response in the second half?
Mo's got a little, I don't know if it's butt or lower back or muscle stuff going on there that he's been dealing. He doesn't make any excuses, and it's like, he's obviously playing pain. We got to, and our trainer Larry, shout out to him. He's done a great job keeping him there and ready to go, and he won't. He's so mentally tough. I don't think people know about Mo. He really is a great teammate, and he wants to be there for his team. He has zero ego as far as other than he wants to win, and it's hard to take. I felt it a couple times at Washington. I thought he was hurting a little bit, and I had to actually just say, I got to get him out of there. But he just wants to play, and it's hard as a coach. You got a competitor like that wants to go, and can, and especially this day and age with so many guys that are in his position to have pro aspirations and would be not wanting to lay it on the line. He's a stud. He lays it on the line.
Third row in the middle.
Emmett Bruce-Gornia, KUGR News. The community. That's my main question to both the student athletes and you, Coach Smith. I see you at Pullman High School basketball team games. I mean, they're third in the state. I'm just curious, you connect with the community on a different level, and you can see that with the teammates and the camaraderie. So I'm just curious, what does the community mean to you, and how has it affected you seeing them come out to Las Vegas?
Pullman's a special place. You only know it if you live there a little bit. It's like I say, it's not on the way to anything. You either go there or you work there a little bit. And it's a neat place. It's a college town, raising our family there. We have 3 boys, and they're 14, 12, and 9. And for them to have that kind of experience around college athletes and college camps is pretty unique. And it's a very humble community. I think they're very appreciative of our guys' efforts. And, I think at one point we're 10 and 15. And I'm getting breakfast, and I had like 2 people come and say, "Oh, Coach, you're doing such a great job." And I'm like, "It's all right." I don't know. Their experience is a little different. They're student athletes, and I think college is fun. If they say anything other than that, but college is fun. They always remind this. Hey, this is as good as it gets, fellas. So don't blow this. But I'll let them speak on behalf of Poland.
I've only been there for the Justice here. I know he's been there for a couple years, but in my short time I've been there, the community always rallies around you. You go to Walmart, and you go to different breakfast places. All you hear is "Let's go Cougs!" And even tonight, you heard them kind of chanting, and then you heard us kind of going at it too. So the community is always around us, and it's a great community. And if you go to Pullman, obviously you embrace it and you love it.
And for me, obviously I've been here for 4 years.
Yeah, you want to stay another, so.
Yeah, I've been here for 4 years. So Pullman has been home for me the last 4 years. And when I made when I spoke up on senior night, after the game when I went out to dinner with my family, I got a big round of applause. So that just tells you what the town of Pullman holds, and especially only being like 2,000 people other than the college.
10.
If you 10?
Solid 10. 10. There's 10.
Oh,
I consider myself one of them.
All right.
10.
Well, it's a small. It's a small town, so it's nice, and it's home for me, and it's easy. It's easy to make it home for you if you go there. So that's how the community is.
And I think it's great to have someone like DJ that's going to do a 5th year, and you'll read, like I saw, I look at the crowd, saw Isaac Fontaine, who's proud Coug, all-time leading scorer. Saw him play in high school, and dates me a little bit. He was, Jesuit high school, and it's just like he's got. There's so much. There's just a lot of pride. I haven't been around a lot of schools, a lot of places where we'll see Cougs on the road. There's Carlos Daniels living in Austin, drives down to Houston, watches play, and they know what these guys are going through, and they come from different spots. They just know this place really does embrace them.
You're on the right.
Yeah, Justin, I just wondering if you could speak on kind of what you were going through and what the conversation was like coming out in the second half and coming back on the floor and helping provide a spark there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going through some things muscle-wise and stuff like that, but everybody at this point in the year is hurt and banged up a little bit, so just no excuses really. Just kind of got to play through it, and hopefully that adrenaline is working for you a little bit in the beginning, but coming out in the second half, we knew we cut the lead a little bit. We needed to keep going and pushing, and we ended up doing that, but down the stretch just couldn't get it done, but that was probably the way we fought.
And maybe you guys aren't thinking of it right now, but I got to ask for each of you, what do you think of your odds for the NIT getting selected next week and to play in that?
Well, I just got a text from John Andrzejczyk, and my wife is also, she's the Joe Lenardi of NIT. She assured me we're in, so we're just banking on her astute thing. But he said John Templin has us as a likely, so whatever. We're hopeful. We actually had good success last year. We played an incredibly tough schedule, non-conference, and I would like to think that our net would be in shape and our finishing fifth in a Power 5 league, the fifth place team in a really good league that I think our odds would be good. And we're going to prepare as if we are for sure, and hopefully find out where we'll be playing on Sunday.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.